This is Better Than News, and I'm Joe D'Argenio with a special report in the wake of the assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump. When the assassination attempt happened, I took a look to see what they might be trying to distract us from. And I did find a development that bears a little bit of scrutiny, even though it's unfortunately more of the same. Take a look at what I found.
So in the process of looking for anything that they might not want us to be talking about, 2 days before the assassination attempt, there was a list of nominations sent to the Senate, and I have not taken the opportunity to research all of these individuals. Of course, I'm always on the lookout for potential conflicts of interest, i.e. corruption. There were a couple of bills signed, but they don't seem to be of huge significance unless you're part of the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska. There was this interesting letter to the Speaker of the House. This is actually a continuation of a state of emergency in regards to transnational criminal organizations that have reached such a scope and gravity that they threaten the stability of international political and economic systems. So this one also came up that I thought was very, very interesting. It first caught my attention, Secretary of the Treasury going to Brazil. And it's on the Department of Treasury website, so you would think it's official business. And it turns out to be, because my initial question was, why does the Secretary of Treasury of the United States have business in Brazil? But apparently it's a G20 summit. That during the G20, Secretary Yellen will further America's leadership role within the multilateral system, which advances our national interests by expanding economic opportunities for the U.S. and trading partners and fostering cooperation on global challenges. Okay, that all sounds noble and well and suitable, appropriate even. Efforts underway to evolve multilateral development banks and strengthen the International Monetary Fund. Oh, look, she's going to help tackle climate change. Our Secretary of the Treasury is going to tackle climate change. Tell me where that makes sense. And she's apparently going to reiterate Americans' resolute commitment to Ukraine and reaffirm the Biden administration's efforts to provide Ukraine with the aid it needs and deny Russia access to money and weapons it needs to wage its illegal war. And after the G20, Secretary Yellen will travel to Belem, B-E-L-E-M, to deliver remarks highlighting the Biden-Harris administration's leadership on climate change. Again, our Secretary of Treasury speaking on climate change. After digging through as much as I could find in terms of what's being done by our elected representatives and agents thereof, this is the most outstanding story that I could find that they may want to distract us from by doing something crazy like trying to assassinate a presidential candidate. This is an announcement on whitehouse.gov that President Joe Biden launches the Ukraine Compact. Now, when you see the list of countries abroad, it's funny that they're saying it in terms of President Joe Biden launches it. I would think that somebody else may have had some influence in it. Oh yeah, there was how many other countries? 32 allies and partners. President Joe Biden launches the Ukraine Compact, July 11th, 2024, 2 days prior to the assassination attempt on presidential candidate Donald Trump. And this is clearly part of an effort under the NATO umbrella to support Ukraine as it defends itself now and to deter aggression against Ukraine in the future as part of its bridge to NATO membership. That is a very interesting statement, considering Russia's threat that if Ukraine joins NATO, Russia will attack. It also professes a goal here, collective goal, a Ukraine that is free, sovereign, democratic, independent, and prosperous. Well, they haven't had a presidential election in a while, so I don't know how free or democratic they may be at the moment. Now, I understand war can impede a proper democratic election, but I believe those elections were suspended before this recent invasion. Now, here is the list of participants. Of course, starting it off with the United States of America, because alphabetical order, which I believe the rest of them are in, U comes first, right? So, along with us, the United States of America, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Iceland, Italy, Japan, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Spain, Sweden, and the United Kingdom, together with the President of the European Council, the President of the European Commission, and the President of Ukraine, of course, commit to supporting them largely on a military basis until it prevails against Russia's aggression. So let's roll down here. Support Ukraine's immediate defense and security needs, including through the continued provision of security assistance and training, modern military equipment, and defense industrial and necessary economic support, working bilaterally through existing multilateral mechanisms, including the Ukraine Defense Contact Group and its capability coalitions, NATO security assistance and training for Ukraine, and the EU Military Assistance Mission. And here it reiterates compact signatories plan to take these commitments forward while Ukraine pursues its pathway towards future membership in the EU and NATO and the broader Euro-Atlantic community. And I think this language is a little weird, but endorsed at Washington this 11th day of July by the leaders of the countries I already listed off. At Washington, not in the city of Washington, D.C. That just seems a little weird.
So keep in mind this Ukraine Compact was signed after Biden's horrible performance at the debate, and clearly you have to wonder what was on his mind at the time. It's definitely something that, like I said at the beginning, is more of the same. At the same time, there was another executive order dispatching more money to Ukraine, and you'll find my video here on YouTube called Money to Ukraine that has a lot more details about exactly what's going on with that. So I hope you take a look at that video. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.